Southern Oaks Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University, the site of tonight's Jacksonville Armada FC men's under-23 matchup in the National Premier Soccer League. I am Stuart Weber alongside Jamal Johnson once again, bringing you tonight's broadcast here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. And we're really excited to get another home matchup. It's been a few weeks since the boys in blue were able to take the pitch here at Southern Oaks Stadium, coming off a road trip that had its ups and downs for sure. Two losses down in the Naples area. They were able to rebound last week at Miami against the Dutch Lions, their first ever meeting with that team. And now you kind of hope that you can carry that momentum from a 4-0 victory in your last matchup into a big matchup tonight against the New Orleans Jesters.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, they've come off, a difficult road trip. Obviously coming off that last result with great confidence going into this one now, and they want us to sustain that confidence going into this one and make sure that they're, crossing their T's and dotting their I's, so to speak, against a very good side.
Yeah, and a side they've seen many times before. Before we get through tonight's matchup and the keys to the game, let's take a look at the highlights from that one week ago against the Miami Dutch Lions FC. And I think most importantly for me is the fact that this team was able to score on a penalty kick. And look, that sounds like an innocuous thing, something you should be able to do without any problem. But they had problems doing it in Naples in that road trip, the games preceding it, and then a couple other run-of-play goals, some really fine work from Noah Kavif up front, and just what you'd expect from this roster against the team down in Miami.
Absolutely, yeah, and you can see that he's such an impactful player. Noah Kavif, speaking of. He's such an impactful player, and I'm sure that Coach Grozanovic is more than excited to have him back on home turf to show his worth.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be interesting to see what he can do in this starting lineup, and we'll get to that lineup a little bit on this pre-match show and tell you just who is going to be in that starting 11 for the Jacksonville Armada. But for now, we take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have your keys to the game. That is coming up next, right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. You're watching the Jacksonville Armada. This Jacksonville Armada broadcast on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is brought to you by Alive Credit Union, inspiring financial wellness. People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow, how much revenue share you could earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream YouTube channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry. We still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jax 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
New to town or always been in town? Everyone is always looking for a good pizza place. Our place is Donato's Pizza. We love it and still do love it. When I tell my family I'm coming to Donato's, they say, wait a minute, you got to order some for us. So this is not all for me. Let me tell you what the Martinos get when we put an order in. Well, pepperoni pizza, we usually get more than one of these. And then there's the works, a little bit of everything. And then this is the pizza that can be polarizing for some out there. I don't know why. Hawaiian pizza, some love it, some don't. At Donato's, you're going to love it, especially with that cinnamon sprinkled on top. Try the pizza my family likes or try your favorite. Right now, you can use the code Brent20 and get 20% off your order. Every viewer and listener is important to us, and at Donato's Pizza, every piece is important. From fresh ingredients to the dedicated team members and you, the valued customer. Donato's Pizza, where every piece comes together for a winning combination. Jax Beach and Mandarin locations. Donato's Pizza, every piece is important.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com. When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7. It is a gorgeous evening. Well, I'm hoping it gets to be the evening soon because that means the sun will be going down. It's got to go down at some point, right? As we are here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Stuart Weber and Jamal Johnson here to bring you the Jacksonville Armada FC Under-23 men's squad taking on the New Orleans Jesters. It's a little toasty right now, Jamal.
Just a little bit.
And look, that's going to play a factor, right? For these players when they get out there. They better hydrate. They better take care of themselves because it is warm.
Yes, extremely, extremely. And I mean, you want to hope that it wouldn't affect the performances, but I know it's definitely going to play a part in the game. Keeping possession, making the other team run. That's the type of thing you need to be thinking about to gain an advantage in these situations. So
here in Northeast Florida, the weather is always a key to the game. But let's get to the specific keys to the game for tonight against head coach Kenny Farrell's New Orleans Jesters, a team that this Armada squad has seen plenty of times over the years. Absolutely. The first key: score early. Go out there, get a little momentum, and get this thing rolling. Yeah,
that's perfect start. I mean, you're always looking for the perfect start, especially coming away from a good victory away from home after a tough run. A tough run of games, so you know if they get that early goal, it'll build on that confidence that they've already started to run with. So
now I know some of these seem pretty obvious. Score early and then keep scoring. One of the things that New Orleans has done well this year is the games they conceded a lot of goals. Well, they go back and score quite a lot of goals as well. So this could be a shootout, and if it is, you need to keep scoring, keep adding to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really calls for a very exciting game, and that's what we want. Especially at this level, you want to get the fans going, you want to get the atmosphere created, which obviously Section 904 will bring. But scoring early, and obviously against a team like this, you need to keep them away from your goal because they're well capable of getting goals themselves. So
certainly. And our third key to the match. And look, this absolutely ties into the weather, right? That's take advantage of these guys that are on the bench to start. Use your substitutes and make sure that you're utilizing them in the right way because everybody's going to get drained by this weather tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The heat's going to play a major part, as we've said. But obviously, with the way that the substitutions work, they will be able to obviously push more players in. And the players that they are bringing in, top quality guys that can come in and impact any game at any level. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm hoping that Tommy obviously is going to, take advantage of the guys that he's got and use them all. So
that is absolutely one of the benefits to this year's roster. It is deep. Hopefully we'll see some of those guys make an impact here tonight. Speaking of the players on that roster, we'll introduce you to the starting 11 for the Jacksonville Armada coming up next, right here on the Jacksonville Armada pre-match show on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. International soccer returns to Jacksonville this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
Thank you for making Action News Jacks the best in Jacks and Folio's Best of Jacks 2023. Best TV station, Best TV newscast, Best TV morning show. Chandler Morgan voted Best TV anchor. The Chief, Mike Burrish, voted Best meteorologist. And Brent Martineau voted Best TV sports anchor. And while you're on the go, Best news website and Best local blog, the Burrish blog. Thank you for making Action News Jacks local coverage you can count on.
What started out as better people, better projects just keeps getting, well, better. That's Better Exterior Solutions, ready to help you create a better outdoor experience. Check this out. Motorized pergolas are the latest in technology to transform your outdoor space. Beautiful day? Let the sun shine through. Summer rainstorm? These pergola systems close automatically to keep the weather out. From residential to commercial uses, Better Exterior Solutions has products customized to meet virtually any existing architectural structure. With retractable awnings, screens, and hurricane shutters too, if you want unparalleled quality and expertise, you need Better Exterior Solutions. Get a free estimate by visiting betterexteriors.com or calling 904-902-4999. Better Exterior Solutions. Experience better.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow. How much revenue share you could earn. Just imagine.
Everyone loves a good game night. Here you don't have to be the host. You don't have to clean up. They bring the food and drinks to you, and you can watch whatever you want on the big screens. It's more than a card room. It's a night full of fun with friends. Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and now the newest location here in St. Augustine, right off 95 at exit 311. A brand new clean room, a full bar menu, my favorite sushi in town. And I love the fries too. You don't have to just play poker at Best Bet. That's why I come over here to the table games and play one card poker. That's a pretty good card and a win. One card poker is like war as a kid, you against the dealer. And this isn't the only fun table game to play. A friendly staff, a lot of fun. It's a good night out at Best Bet Jacksonville Orange Park and the newest location in St. Augustine. You can be a serious player or a novice. It doesn't matter. If winning equals fun, you're a winner every time at Best Bet. I'll save you a seat, and I'll see you down here at Best Bet St. Augustine.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com.
The friendliest golf course in town, the Golf Club at Southampton. Local golfers have no shortage of options when it comes to picking a course to play here in Northeast Florida year-round. Yet time and time again, I find myself here at the Golf Club at Southampton. Easy to get to off 210 in St. Johns County. It's family-owned and operated and renowned for being one of the area's most player-friendly. That's just one of the reasons we hold the Action Sports Jax Dream 18 charity golf tournament here each fall. The Mark McCumber design layout is great for all skill levels of golfers, from the guys who bomb it a mile on the range to golfers like me who are just happy to put it in the fairway, which Southampton has very accommodating fairways. And if you need new clubs, come down to the pro shop. They'll fit you up and get you a nice new set, like they did for me. For more information on membership or to book a tee time and see for yourself, head over to golfsouthampton.com or call the clubhouse at 904-287-7529. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the official home of the Action Sports Jax Dream 18. Make it your home for golf, too. And welcome back to Southern Oaks Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University, the site of tonight's NPSL matchup for the Jacksonville Armada against the New Orleans Jesters. I'm Stuart Weber here for tonight's broadcast along with Jacksonville Armada great Jamal Johnson. Do you like that title?
That was lovely. Thank you very much.
You earned that. You get to keep Jacksonville Armada great forever. I'm just Jacksonville Armada good. Stuart Weber here for the long run. But let's get you to tonight's matchup. Armada, Jesters. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, shall we, for this matchup. And we'll get it started with the visitors from New Orleans. And in goal for New Orleans will be Ludwig Malberg. The back line consists of Sky Sinclair, Roberto Rangel, Joaquin Suarez, and Jair Arita. In the midfield, Eric Gunera, Ricardo Gomez, and Caleb Evans. And then up top, Russell Brown, Juan Pablo Gonzalez, and Sheldon Green. Combined, those three guys have scored 5 goals, so certainly something to look out for in tonight's matchup. As for your Jacksonville Armada, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the home team this evening. And once again, in net will be Jeremy Costi. The Frenchman will be your goalkeeper. Your back line consists of Paul Danner, Miles Shanley, and Gavin Penzone, the 19-year-old from Ponte Vedra High School. The midfield consists of Sebastian Zettel and Toby McCallum, with those outside midfielders Micah Thomas and Ryan Paul. And up top, we have a good group of goal scorers. Alex Iarides, Noah Kavif, and Oliver Moeller Jensen. Combined this year, those guys have scored 8 goals. Now, a bunch of those goals came against Global Soccer Pathways right here at Southern Oaks Stadium, but this is a potent lineup for the Jacksonville Armada and a group that should be pretty successful when it comes to the attack.
Absolutely, yeah, and I'm more than excited to see Kafif linking up with the likes of Iarides and obviously OMJ. We've seen a lot from those two, especially in that Global Sports Soccer game. And I mean, you know what? It's, like you said, the word, it's potent. When they get themselves in the final third, they're well or more than capable of being able to create opportunities to score, and obviously put things on frame and put the Jesters goalkeeper under a lot of pressure.
All right, well, let's hope they can certainly do that here this evening at Southern Oaks Stadium. We're going to take one more break here on the pre-match show. When we get back, the national anthem, and then we'll get this thing started. Jacksonville Armada, New Orleans Jesters, NPSL. It's coming up next right here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. The Jacksonville Armada would like to thank LPT Realty for their continuing support all season long.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
It's hard to put a price on comfort, especially when you use that comfort on a daily basis. But if we're going to put a price on it, how does the lowest price guaranteed sound? Furniture Source is going to have the biggest brands, whether it's Ashley, Casper, or Tempur-Pedic, and once again, it's going to be the guaranteed lowest price in Jacksonville. Right now, my friends at Furniture Source are going to give you the ultimate hookup because all month long, they're making their inventory wholesale price. Check out their markdowns up to 50% off. And remember, since it's Furniture Source, you're getting the guaranteed lowest prices in Florida or your money back. Don't have the cash on you right now? It's no worry. Shop endless options to suit your style and budget and enjoy 36 months off with no interest financing. Why use your money when you can use theirs? Whether it's beds, couches, tables, or chairs, Furniture Source is going to have exactly what you're looking for. Shop the lowest prices in Jacksonville guaranteed. Find the location nearest you at FurnitureSourceJacks.com.
I've been telling you about CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing for a long time now. Their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. We've had a Connecticut water softener and drinking water system in our home for more than 7 years. You can see the difference whether you're washing clothes, the dishes, or what I like to do most, fill this up for some coffee every morning, and mostly all day. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Right now, you can save $1,000 or more when you bundle the Connecticut Premier Softener with a Connecticut K5 drinking water system. The experts at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing will test your water for free and determine your water score. Don't know your water score? CGC will find out and recommend the appropriate Connecticut water treatment solutions so you can improve it. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. Financing options available with approved credit. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
A new day, a new traffic headache. But Action News Jax traffic expert Maritza Ross is here to guide all kinds of daily drivers, like the traffic dodgers.
Don't worry, I'm going to get you around this mess on I-95.
The side street seekers.
Now you can exit early on 17 due to
the last-minute leavers.
If you're getting a late start this morning, here are your fastest routes.
So let Maritza save you time on Action News Jax this morning.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jax 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jax and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop. And welcome back to Southern Oaks Stadium. We take you to the national anthem tonight. Welcome back to Southern Oak Stadium for tonight's Jacksonville Armada matchup against the New Orleans Jesters. For tonight, your home team, the boys in blue, will be in blue, as one would expect for the boys in blue indeed here this evening. I'm Stuart Weber, along with Jamal Johnson for tonight's broadcast. The visitors from New Orleans will be wearing the green kits with the white numbering. Good white numbering. I can see that quite nicely.
Definitely see what the numbers are today.
Like that. We like that a lot when we're able to actually read numbers. Numbers are good. As you see, getting ready for the start of this one, there's Nathan Walter, team president out there, talking with our head officials. Get the great team photo. Were you a front row or back row guy?
Front row, middle.
Front row, middle.
Front and center, mate, yeah.
You had to be.
Front and center, mate, yeah. Every time. Captain or not, I was a... I wanted to be the focal point of attention, but obviously, you know, it doesn't always work like that when the ball starts moving, so I might as well get it in for the picture.
I mean, yeah, you're in a good business for people that want to be the focal point of attention. Not that that's also me all the time, but, you know, we take a look at your captains for tonight's matchup as the coin is flipped. It'll be Paul Danner wearing the captain's armband this evening for the Jacksonville Armada, and Ricardo Gomez will do the same for the visiting New Orleans Jesters. Paul Danner, grad student, getting ready for a year here on this same pitch at Jacksonville University. He will play for the Dolphins this upcoming fall. So certainly familiar with this facility, and tonight he gets the honor of wearing that captain's armband as really one of the more veteran players on this roster this evening. You take a look at some of the ages across the board here when it comes to this starting 11. Danner, 24. Your keeper, Jeremy Costi, at 25, and Alex Iarides at 25 as well. The rest of them all the way down the line from 22 to 18. Ryan Paul, 18 years old. He'll be on the outside in that number 22 jersey, so certainly something to watch for tonight's matchup with some of these young players, certainly getting better and better as we continue to see them more and more. I know Micah Thomas is a guy that we have seen develop over the course of the last few years in front of our eyes, and has really played well. Had a tremendous cross in that last win that resulted in an Alex Iarides goal. So guys like Paul and Thomas in this offense are crucial. Those outside wingers are so important in this Tommy Krzanovich offense, and we'll certainly get a taste of that here tonight.
Yeah, and also in transition, I think one of the main things that you would want to see from young players coming into the game in those wide areas is that they're able to recover, work in transition, and take care of their defensive roles and responsibilities. And, you know, for a young player, that's not the thing that you really want to do. You want to get forward and be involved in the creative part of the field. But obviously you also have to, especially in this formation, be able to take care of those roles and work back, help out your back three, and make sure you're getting back goal side when you are losing possession. So that's what we're looking for from Ryan Paul and Micah Thomas there.
Absolutely. We get a couple last looks at the timepiece on the wrist.
Picturesque that right there, isn't it? That view. Beautiful.
That's gorgeous. I feel better for the fans than I do for some of the players here on the near side, because that shade is going to be crucial as the whistle blows, and we are officially underway at Southern Oak Stadium. Your Jacksonville Armada taking on the New Orleans Jesters. Head coach Kenny Farrell has been there quite some time and always delivers a solid roster with a lot of guys who've stuck around that team for a while now. Here's a little pop ahead to Sheldon Green, knocked into the air. They say play on as a early competitive strike there. But
crucial clearance.
Yeah, our referee says, you know what, let's allow a little physicality here early on as he does it again. Says play on as Jacksonville's Alex Iarides goes down there at midfield. Here on the near side, it's Green.
Great
not
ball.
just his jersey color, also his name. Drops it back, Caleb Evans. Now back to Sheldon Green, the 22-year-old forward for the New Orleans Jesters.
Sheldon Green, very good player. Bags of goals, bags of ability, and he has caused problems for the Armada in previous seasons. So, I mean, I'm looking to see if he's able to bring sort of that creative and that goal aspect to this Jesters team tonight.
That long ball will go for a goal kick. And you mentioned it, you know, these are guys that we've seen for quite some time now. I mean, Russell Brown, Ricardo Gomez, Eric Gunera, some of these names that have been on the New Orleans Jesters for some time, because these are the teams we have been playing in the Gulf Coast Conference. This year, it's the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference, as they just added 2 conferences together, the South Florida group, which consists of Miami Dutch Lions FC, Global Soccer Pathways, and Naples FC, as well as the teams that have been playing in the Gulf Coast Conference in New Orleans Jesters, Pensacola FC, Tallahassee SC, and the Jacksonville Armada, plus a newcomer this year with Columbus United up in Columbus, Georgia, who we won't see unless they make it to the playoffs. Just a weird scheduling quirk this year where it's not a home and away. It's just different. But we'll figure it out by the time we get to the end, and cream will rise to the top, and then we'll see who plays in the postseason.
Absolutely.
Hopefully that's how that works. A little competitive push there, and up ahead goes Toby McCallum. He's taken down, and this will be our first free kick of tonight's matchup, as McCallum's fouled just on the edge of the attacking third for the Jacksonville Armada. We take another look. Here's McCallum. After one physical play, he gets by a player and then sort of just gets clipped there by the captain, Ricardo Gomez of New Orleans.
Yeah.
He wanted a card. No card there, but he did indeed get a foul.
Yeah, it's an early one, but I mean, it's really a show of his intent in this game. Getting on the ball in that 8 role and just getting forward, making breakthrough runs, breaking lines. And he's an exciting player. I like McCallum. He's had a good start to the season, so hopefully he can carry on that momentum in this game.
All right, so here is the free kick taken by Sebastian Zettel. And did that go across the face of goal and not in?
He's missed the opportunity. That's chance gone begging. Chance gone begging there, and it's an absolutely fantastic ball that we're going to see again here.
So here's Zettel with the first touch. Keeper makes a mistake on it, headed back across by Shanley, and just a whiff there by OMJ.
And I'll tell you what that is. That's him thinking that his mate's going to score, and he doesn't want to get the tap in. You've seen it with Ronaldo and Nani. Ronaldo's put a ball over the top of the goalkeeper's head, and Nani don't want to put it in. But at the end of the day, you've got to get the points on the board, get your foot on it, and get your goal. It's a chance gone begging there. Chance gone begging.
All right, so what was that first key to the match, by the way?
Well, that was a perfect opportunity. Get goals.
Score early.
Score early. That was the opportunity there for him.
Chance.
And it settles the team. These are games where it's 97 degrees, close to 100, that you need that early goal because it takes the little bit of air that the opposition has in them, it takes them right out of them.
All right, so we're 5th minute of action here at Southern Oak Stadium. Jacksonville with the best chance of it so far, as you just saw, but it goes begging and remains scoreless here in the early going. We mentioned in the pre-match show this Jacksonville Armada team coming off a 3-game road trip that quite simply did not go as expected. They come back with 3 points total from 3 matches, and if you've been following the Armada over the last few years, that's not what you're looking for from this team. Here's New Orleans. Nice ball there, intercepted by Danner. Still has it, sends it ahead, and now here comes the push from Jacksonville. Yeah, chasing it down was Kavift. It'll be a throw-in on the far side. Micah Thomas sends it in quick to Iarides. Back to Thomas now. And another throw-in for Jacksonville. But they were able to salvage some points. Tommy Krasanovich's squad did in that last one against Miami Dutch Lions FC. And here's a nice header. And in. There it is. Oliver Muller-Jensen into the back of the net. And how about a great way to make up for your mistake just a few minutes ago? OMJ gets the opening goal for tonight. They scored early. How about it?
There it is. What a beautiful ball in there as well. Perfectly weighted. And he said, I've missed one. I'm definitely not going to miss this one. Didn't need his knife and fork. Ends up finishing it off. Absolutely brilliant finish there. And it's so creative as well, the ball that's been put through there. You've got to have a little bit of vision to be able to create that. OMJ, right place, right time. Flick over the goalkeeper's head.
Can that one count for 2, by the way? How pretty was that?
That was
just the way the ball was sent in. Just gorgeous. I mean, Sebastian Zettel sends it over the defense. And then OMJ, just with the knowledge to know, hey, this keeper is going to be waiting for me to kick it at him. Let me just head it right over him.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oof. Great ingenuity. Glanced header, brilliant stuff from OMJ. But he's that player that is able to create that. What a little turn that was there from the captain.
Goodness. Here's a long ball. Knocked away at the last moment there by Shanley, will result in a corner kick for the visitors from New Orleans.
Fantastic.
This is a Campione Law corner kick. It'll be number 8, Eric Gunera. High in-swing ball, but right into the midst of Jeremy Costi. No second guessing, no questioning about it from the French keeper, as that one was a little too close to the end line. Relatively easy for a keeper to handle a ball like that. As a forward, where do you like your corner kicks to come in at? What's your general game plan? What do you like to do?
I'm normally at the top of the box, just waiting for something to drop.
Oh, hang on. Here's OMJ again on the outside of the 18. Puts it on his right foot.
Oh.
Sends across and taken down. And no foul given. Instead, it's cleared out by the New Orleans Jesters. But that was Noah Kavif making a run into the 6.
Deft touch again from OMJ.
Let's take another look at that one.
I want to see that first touch that he's taking it down with. Great feet to get away from his man. Brilliant little ball in behind. But Kavif doesn't get the purchase on the finish. But in the right place to really cause a problem there, though.
That was good defending. I believe it was Suarez. Hard to see the number on that one. But that was nice defending there by the Jesters. I mean, put yourself between the ball and the goal, and good things happen, right? If you're a defender, you just got to make sure they don't get by you.
Absolutely. I think they're just having a real problem now, the Jesters, with dealing with balls in the air that are really putting them under pressure. With the likes of Oliver Muller-Jensen and obviously Irides, they need to try to get some sort of formation or strategy to stop these balls in behind, get a little bit more pressure to stop the balls coming into the box.
Results in another foul against the visitors, and here comes another free kick from outside the 18. It'll be Paul Danner on the left foot, sending it into the box.
Oh.
Still alive. Gathered up by Ludwig Malberg, keeper for the Jesters.
Again, ball in the box, not dealt with by the defenders, putting the goalkeeper under pressure. It looks like he's going to have a busy night this evening.
That back line for the Jesters, Sakai Sinclair, Roberto Rangel, Joaquin Suarez, and Jair Arita. Foul there in the midfield. Will be a free kick as Zettel gets the whistle. Little smoky. You know who to thank for that. Section 904, popping off some smoke after just about every goal. They certainly know how to celebrate down there to the right of the field, down behind that visitors' goal for the first half each and every week. And if you've never experienced the game with Section 904, give it a go. Give it a try someday. Here's Sheldon Green on the near side, drops it back. Shot taken by Russell Brown, but Costi's there again. Comes off his line to get it at the 6-yard box. And Jeremy Costi has been impressive when needed from what we've seen this year. I mean, the matchup against Naples gave up a goal, but it was an absolute beautiful goal from outside the box. Naples United coming up with that one. A couple shutouts in the other matchups that he's played in. So certainly has played well, and so far he's been up to the task here this evening as well.
Yeah, he's had a couple crosses he's had to deal with. I think he's done really well. Distribution, he looks nice and calm, cool, calm, and collected, which is what you want in a goalkeeper, especially at this level. Just making sure that he's, in between the sticks, making saves, coming out, claiming stuff, and communicating with his back four, or his back three, sorry.
First offside of the match there against New Orleans. Ten minutes into this one tonight. In the NPSL, Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference, New Orleans Jesters and Jacksonville Armada. First time they played, and there's the flag again. Jacksonville's defense able to trap the players again for another offside. That's good work by that back line of Danner, Shanley, and Penzone communicating.
Yeah, I like Miles Shanley back there. He just seems another shrewd customer. He does his job. He's just no frills. Oh, that was a bit of a wild one from Irides. Tried a little rugby tackle there on his other player as he lost possession. But, yeah, Miles Shanley is a very good player. Gavin Penzone, good welcome back for him. He did really well last year when he was given the opportunity to play in the Open Cup, a match that I played in myself. Opportunity, yeah.
Nice ball ahead there, looking for Gunera.
Might be in trouble here.
Yeah, there's the foul called. This one appears to be headed to the spot as Gunera taken down. And that's the youngster, Ryan Paul, who will be the one who committed that foul in a very inopportune place.
Yeah.
No arguing really on this one, though.
No.
Take another look here.
Can argue. He's not followed his man. He should have dropped off early. And then he's recovering. It's just really a wild challenge. Inside of the box as well, where you've really got to stand your ground. Try your best to get goal side rather than try and go through the back of a...
The real frustrating part is he had help from Shanley.
Yeah.
Shanley was there as well to assist. Instead, it'll be Sheldon Green, already 2 goals this season. He steps to the spot for the New Orleans Jesters and scores. Jesters equalize here in the 13th minute on the penalty kick. Sheldon Green taking advantage of the foul committed by Ryan Paul and Eric Canera there inside the 18. No doubt there from Sheldon Green, an experienced player.
Yeah, he's a confident lad. Little stutter step, gets the goalkeeper to move, slots it home.
Yeah.
I mean, even if he's gone the right way there, it's a perfect penalty. And I mean, they didn't rest on their, they didn't get the response that Armada would have expected from a team playing away from home in the heat. They didn't really get from the Jesters. They kept trying to do the same things that they were doing prior. And they created the opportunity and capitalized. So what a touch that is from Michael Thomas. Unluckily.
All right, so what was the second key to the match? I'm just curious if you could refresh me on that, Jamal.
Score and keep scoring.
Yeah, just keep scoring because this is a team that knows how to score quite a bit. So
yep.
As predicted, they come right back and get one back. Now that's from a penalty kick, so it's not exactly from the run of play, but nifty little move there by Sinclair.
He's in here as well.
Here comes Green again, fresh off that penalty kick goal. He'll drop it back to Brown. Brown ahead now. Here's Gunera. Well defended. That's Miles Shanley there. Oh, but then gets it taken away by Sheldon Green.
Oh, it's another one there.
There's another foul, and this one outside the box, fortunately for Jacksonville.
He'll be very lucky to get away without getting booked here.
He's getting booked.
Yeah. It's a wild one. You've just got to be smarter than that. You've just given away a penalty, and he's trying to recover again. And it really does show the immaturity at times, you just got to trust your teammates to get in there and recover and help you. You get yourself back around the ball again. Same situation. He's got somebody, one of his own teammates in front of him, and he's thrown himself at him, grabbing the shirt. And it's a very, very dangerous position again to concede a free kick.
Yeah, this is a tough spot here. You're right outside the 18. Jacksonville with a 2-man wall.
See, I'm putting it right in between that gap to the left of the wall, to the right of the wall, to the
Here's
right of
Gomez on his right foot, right at Costi.
Perfect ball in.
Good for Jacksonville that Costi was right in the correct spot he had to be, as Ricardo Gomez, captain for the Jesters, put it right to the keep. That's tough because you at least want to give your team a chance there, right? You go for a corner or go for a teammate, but you don't want to put it right at the keeper.
Yeah, I think he's tried to put it in that area, but not obviously get that much height on it. So you're giving your teammate an opportunity just to get a little glance steader in there, but maybe a little bit too much on it.
Sent ahead. There's Paul. As mentioned, he's 18 years old, plays for Jacksonville FC, currently on a gap year, trying to figure out what his future plans will be. 5'11". He's been a decent player from what we've seen here with this Armada starting 11, and this is the kind of guy that Tommy Krzanovich is excited about, right? It's a player who came up through this system, through this Jacksonville FC system, who has an opportunity to play now for the under-23 team here in the NPSL, and then you hope down the line it's a guy that you can keep progressing and keep developing.
Yeah, and these are the games that he would want to play in. Playing against a good competitive team with a lot of experience. Playing against the likes of Sheldon Green, Russell Brown, and obviously Ricardo Gomez in there as well. So these are the games that you want to be able to develop in. These are the games that obviously Coach Krzanovich wants to see his players do well.
Here, settle to Thomas. Thomas tries to settle it into the box. He'll have another opportunity here. Juan Pablo Gonzalez all over him. Gets a turn, tries to send it. Just a little too much mustard on that hot dog.
Little too much? Or
little too much. Just a little too much. As that one skies over Section 904, you see the Armada supporters group there right behind the goal.
But that's what you want to see from your young wide players, taking people on, creating opportunities, and that's something what obviously Micah Thomas is coming away from last game, putting in that beautiful ball as we spoke about earlier on.
Well worked there by Paul to keep it in. Here's OMJ, has Kavif right next to him, sends it in towards the net instead, and it bounces, but Malberg's able to get to it.
Lovely idea, lovely idea.
Give it a look, why not? You see some of the substitutes for Jacksonville there on the far side over by the extra goal. By the way, if you put the ball in that net, it doesn't count. No points for that. Tonight's substitutes for Jacksonville include Kyle Hughes, Keegan Anslin, Luke Granitor, Matthew Skinner, Evan Schweikert, Nick Erb, and Andy Dunn, which, as the backup keeper, probably going to be the one substitute who doesn't make it in, but happy 17th birthday to Andy Dunn. It's his birthday today.
Oh, okay.
So you know what? We give him a shout out here on the broadcast because it's probably going to be the one guy that doesn't play. And that's okay. You know, you don't want your backup keeper in the game generally. Generally, that's how that works.
No, but there's a lot of firepower on that bench. You know, you're looking at a Kyle Hughes to come on with a lot of energy. Perfect replacement on the right-hand side would be Nick Herb for Ryan Paul if, you know, he gets himself in trouble. I'm not sure where did he actually receive a yellow card for that?
He did not, no.
Well,
only Shanley was.
Shanley was booked. Yeah. Gavin Pendone can fill in if there was something to happen.
Here's Brown inside the 18, knocked away by Shanley. And cleared by Jacksonville. All right. Armada earn a throw-in. Mentioned the substitutes for the Armada. Substitutes for the visitors from New Orleans: Asaki Nakamura, Roberto Legao, Paul Richard, Juan Pablo Chavez is the backup keeper, Sebastian Pinto, Victor Mayrink, and Tom Preston, all options for head coach Kenny Farrell of New Orleans. Nice ball straight up the middle. Finds the foot of Toby McCallum for a moment, but loses touch of it, and New Orleans will head back the other way. One of the important things with this roster, just about every match in a Tommy Krzanovich system, is how do the two pair in the central midfield. So today it's Zettel and McCallum. How do these two work together in order to facilitate this offense? Because, yes, we talk a lot about the wingers. We talk a lot about Thomas and Paul on the outside because usually this thing plays through the outside as we're watching it happen in front of us. Really. Here's Ryan Paul up the right side into the 18. Little poke ahead to OMJ. Still alive.
Oh, it's got to be a back pass.
That's got to be. That's got to be a touch by the New Orleans player.
He's not giving.
Okay. Well, they just played it forward, I suppose.
Interesting.
Okay.
Brilliant stuff there from Ryan
Maybe
Paul.
They just said it was a deflection. Through ball now. Here's New Orleans.
Oh, feet.
Nifty move. Costi parries it away.
Love that. I love that. That's what you want to see from your attacking players. Go and create. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and express yourself, especially in that final third.
Now here's that Armada opportunity.
Great stuff from Ryan Paul down the right-hand side.
Beautifully placed to OMJ. Goes off the leg.
And he's just touched it down to the keeper. I don't know how that isn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that was interpreted by our officials, but send that one to the office later on and figure it out.
Yeah, that's an interesting one because it does seem as though he has quite purposely knocked it back to his goalkeeper under pressure as well, right outside the goal, just 2 yards away from the goal line.
There's a late penalty or foul call, right there on the Armada side of the field. Jacksonville's players not pleased with it. There was quite a bit of battling there in the midfield. If you're just joining us, we're 20 minutes into this thing, tied up at 1. Jacksonville on the board first. Oliver Moeller Jensen scoring in the 6th minute. And then an equalizer came via penalty. Sheldon Green for New Orleans in the 13th minute. As it stands, we are in a deadlock, 1-1 in this Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference matchup. Tonight at Southern Oak Stadium, by the way. Another matchup here tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock. Come check out the ladies, the Armada women's under-23 team. Here's New Orleans into the box.
Oh, what a save.
Just wide of the net. As Costi gets a piece of it, it'll be a Campione Law corner kick for the visitors from New Orleans. Take another look here.
Cutting in from this right-hand side again with that left foot. And that's going right inside. I know we haven't got a good angle of it there, but from a player's perspective, you're wanting that to go in that back stick, and Costi's done absolute wonders getting on his fingertips on the end of that one.
Yeah, Juan Pablo Gonzalez nearly scoring there for the visitors. He had Suarez there waiting on that back post, but it was nicely knocked away there as we get set for another Campione Law corner kick.
And he's causing trouble over on that side. The 11, Gonzalez, he looks like a brilliant player with that left foot twisting and turning, being able to create opportunities.
Here's Gomez, captain for the Jesters. Set to put it on his right foot. High and swinging ball. Knocked away by Costi, but still alive. Has to be cleared over the end line by Zettel. And that'll be another corner kick on the other side. As this time it looks like they might try and play quick. Jacksonville has their eye on it, ready to go.
Yeah, now they've done what they should have done on the first one, is get somebody right in front of the goalkeeper. So these balls that are coming in now that Costi's been doing great coming out for, he's got a body in front of him now he has to fight through.
Here's Gunnero with the Campione Law corner kick, headed away by Jacksonville. Jesters try to keep it in. Another header there. Did Ioannidis need to jump for that? Nobody was around him. He likes jumping around there. Right there. Here's the shot from distance, deflected. Paul looking to chase it down, but hey, Green just wanted it more, and he gets it. Uses some physicality, knocks it away. Here's Gunnera, ahead to Brown. Brown just outside the 18. Pen zone, a brick wall, and it's cleared out by Jacksonville. All the way down to that last line of defense of Rangel. Oh, excuse me, that's Arita for New Orleans. Here comes the Jesters. So generally, we're used to Jacksonville controlling a lot of possession, but New Orleans is a very talented team, and they've been able to maintain possession quite a bit throughout the course of this first 24 minutes. As Ioannidis drops it to Danner, and Jacksonville will switch.
Yeah, and I think it is due to the fact that you've got both Zettel and McCallum pretty much playing a double six in there. I think they're going to have to really try and push somebody on because Gomez is dropping in and just getting so much time on the ball, and he's able to just create.
That was well done. Little 1-2 for New Orleans. No foul given.
No, it's not foul.
So Zettel, he's going to do another little chip here. This one,
lovely.
OMJ on the near side, down by the corner flag. One-on-one with Rangel. Sends a cross. Top of the 18.
Oh.
Deflected away, still alive. Evans finally knocks it away there. That was a dangerous moment there for New Orleans, though. Still, Jacksonville has it. Here's Zettel. Another little ball in. This one headed away by Suarez. Thomas. This kind of feels like a hockey power play. They just keep sending him in. To McCallum. Oh, rockets it off the hands of Malberg. And that will be a Campione Law corner kick for the Jacksonville Armada, their first corner of the match.
Anywhere within 40 yards, he just wants to have a pop. Checking his shoulders, making sure he's in space. He knows what he wants to do, and he lets it go. Goalkeeper's done well there, down to his right as well. But, I mean, he looks like a decent goalkeeper, Malberg as well. You know,
22-year-old player, formerly played at Marquette.
He's done very, very well in these opening minutes.
So let's see this Campione Law corner. It'll be Sebastian Zettel set to take it for the Armada, their first of the match. This is usually one of those situations where you see some of the taller defenders get up there, get into the fray. There's Miles Shanley right in the middle of it. Watch him, number 6, right there by the mouth of goal.
He wants to put this right underneath the ball.
Here's Zettel, high in-swinging ball, looking just a little too high for the likes of Thomas and Penzone, who are both hoping to get it. Kavif chases it down, earns a throw-in out of it.
I really like Kavif. I think he's a good player. I think he's a difference maker in this team as well. With the formation that Tommy likes to play, you need that sort of player that's able to get stuff down, a big body down, playing in that central role as a 9. Get him play down and bringing in his teammates.
From that throw-in, Jacksonville able to switch. Zettel sends it in. Cleared away momentarily. Here's McCallum just outside the 18. Still alive. Thomas with a cross. Cleared away by New Orleans, and it'll be a throw-in for Jacksonville on the far side. I love the fact that we could see the tifo from the opening match of this year's season. A decade of passion for these Section 904 fans. Not a bad idea there on that long ball. Looking for Paul, just intercepted there by Suarez instead. Excuse me, that's Brown. And here is Gomez for New Orleans.
Gomez again, just controlling the tempo. Very good player, but now they've done a little bit. They're doing a little bit better with it now with McCallum pushing up on him, rather than going a double six just flat. They've pushed on McCallum to just put that pressure on Gomez whenever he does receive the ball, just lessening his time on it because he's able to create stuff like that with a ball in behind.
Here's Brown, and looks like the flag was up. It'll be an offside call against New Orleans, but Paul was up to the task on that one. Still ruining the mistake from earlier in this first half that resulted in this equalizer. Take a look at head coach Kenny Farrell, longtime coach of the New Orleans Jesters. He's very familiar with this National Premier Soccer League and has been around for quite some time playing and coaching, with this team there in New Orleans. So one of the more professional franchises that we face year in and year out. And a nice little rivalry we've developed with the Jesters here over the years.
Yeah, great man. I really do like Kenny. I've had the pleasure of having good conversations with him. Real football man, wants to take care of his players and gets in good groups of players while sticking to that core group that he has over the past few years, the likes of Sheldon Green, Russell Brown, guys that we've been mentioning an awful lot in this opening 28 minutes. He's done a great job of, facilitating in that area, bringing in great players, and long may it continue.
Long ball sent ahead by Shanley. Thomas tracks it down, keeps it alive into the 18, chips it forward, looking for Kavif. Still alive. Moeller Jensen takes a rip, knocked down by Malberg and sent out by New Orleans.
I think it's actually
touched every player for the Armada in there.
Kafif, it looked like it come off Kafif, and it's going in.
What a job by Thomas to elude that defender, and then another one of those chips onto the head. Moeller Jensen, but he puts it right into the legs of Malberg. That's two he's going to want back now. I mean, as a goal scorer, you want everyone back that you don't score, but here's another ball in. OMJ and Kavif waiting there inside the box. Jacksonville will reset.
This is what you need to see more of. The back three in the opposition's half, maintaining possession and being able to, break through lines. This is what you want. You want to try and suck out the front two or the front three and be able to create these gaps in between so they can play.
But then one sloppy pass and you lose it.
Yeah, but that's the risk you have to take.
Iaridi's unable to grab that one, and looks like the foul's called against New Orleans there, just on their side of the field.
The thing is with it, it is risky, and you do lose possession in certain occasions. But you have to have that confidence to play in the opposition's half. That's how you're going to create. And I mean, the onus is on the home side to be able to create opportunities. So they need to play that way. They need to play with that confidence, and I'm sure that's how Coach Kruzanovic wants them to play also.
There's Penzone rocking the number 96. You don't see a whole lot of number 96s in the game.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I like a good unique number, though.
I never used to wear, 90s. I see players all the time now, 77, 90.
Here's Iaridi's outside the 18, takes a shot, and wide of the net.
Didn't look like it was that far away.
Yeah, he is a talented goal scorer, is Alex Iarides. We take another look at it. One touch, two touch, bang.
Couldn't have been that far away. Doesn't look like it was. Goalkeeper was stood all ends up.
Taking a little hydration break out here as it is hot.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Bacon out here in the sun right now.
As I just wipe the sweat off my brow right now.
Hey man, it's good. That's how you know you're alive. A little sweat across the brow. Certainly helps. By the way, I was just mentioning Alex Iarides, and he is really that guy who, under Tommy Krasanovic's leadership, all-time leading goal scorer for this Jacksonville Armada side, now up to 19 goals across 4 seasons. That's in the post-pandemic era, so 21, 22, 23, and 24. We want to tell you a little bit more about the Premier League coming to Jacksonville. International soccer returns to the River City this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets on sale for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com. Now, the real question is, are any of those guys going to score at Everbank Stadium in 12 seconds?
I mean, I don't know. It would be beautiful to see. As Wolves being, one of the teams I played for in my playing career, it'd be great to see them, set a record or break my record. Actually, it wouldn't be great to see them break my record.
No, we can't have them break your record. What are you talking about? That record's never getting broken, my friend. We're hanging on to that one as long as we possibly can.
Please.
You get a close look there at Sheldon Green. That looks like MJF for all those AEW fans out there. That might be a deep pull for this broadcast and this audience, but look them up. Yeah, I mean, you talk about your take me back to that day. First ever NASL matchup for the Jacksonville Armada, and you guys are playing inside that huge stadium. Your first chance to shine on a huge stage here in Jacksonville.
Oh, it was amazing. You got the most fans I think that have ever been generated for soccer over there. It was a great day. And you get the ball, and you don't really think that anything's going to come of it when you're taking a shot, but it happened for me, and it was an amazing moment. And I'll remember that day. I'll remember that day for a very long time.
Of course, that was against Edmonton FC, first ever NASL matchup, set a NASL attendance record at the time. Here's the ball in by Thomas, but at least Jacksonville gets a corner kick out of it as Arita knocks it across the end line. That'll be a Campione Law corner for the Jacksonville Armada, so it kind of looked like Thomas didn't get what he wanted there, but Jacksonville still gets something of use here.
Yeah, it's just great enthusiasm from both sides, Ryan Paul and mainly Micah Thomas, causing havoc down that left-hand side and being able to put balls in the box, keeping that pressure on this Jesters team.
All right, here is Zettel. He has the assist on the one Armada goal.
Great
the
goal.
High in-swinger looking for the head of Thomas. Knocked away, chased down by Shanley. All over him by that New Orleans player, Gunera. Sends it back into the box, but this one's across the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the visitors.
Just overcooked it there. But no, that's what they need to do. Just keep piling on the pressure. As we saw in the earlier moments, and the Armada really should be in front now with the chances that they've been able to create. But the chances have come from early balls in the box. They didn't have much success getting rid of those balls in the box early on, and they've gone with that game plan. Keep delivering, keep causing problems back there.
Here's Iarides with those bright green shoes. Maybe needs some shoes with some longer studs on it. I feel like he's tripped a couple times out there here in this first half.
Yeah, it's getting to that time now where there's a little bit of the sun's going down, so there's a little bit of dew on the surface.
Maybe sweat. I don't know about dew at 90 degrees.
Yeah, probably not dew. Maybe
just sweat.
That's not the right
Just
word.
a good layer of sweat out there from these guys all over the place.
Behind again.
22 on 22, and this time they called a foul against Sheldon Green. He's not happy about it.
That's an interesting one. Another interesting one.
Knocked back by Penzone DeCosti. I'm telling you, man, Sheldon Green. Now I can't get it out of my head. He looks like MJF. Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
I'm actually going to try and pull that up right now,
yeah?
just so I can get confirmation, just to see what your level's like, mate.
Okay. Maybe a less muscular version, as he's not a professional wrestler. Of course, that promotion owned by Tony Khan, son of Shad Khan, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh.
Connections, Jamal.
There we go.
Local sports.
Yeah, just introduce me to him. Oh, he does look a bit
right?
like him, eh? Yeah,
Doesn't he look like him?
Little Burberry scarf. Put a little Burberry scarf on.
Here's a through ball, but falls right to Malberg. Don't mind us talking about players looking like people as the action continues here. Of course, we appreciate everybody for tuning in here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Join us again on Saturday. 3 p.m. is kickoff, so 2:30 pre-match as the Armada women will take on the West Florida Flames. Here's a ball ahead to Gonzalez, cleared out by Thomas. It'll be a throw-in for New Orleans. That should be a good one tomorrow. West Florida Flames is a nationally ranked program, has consistently been a good team in that Women's Premier Soccer League, WPSL, that the brand new Armada women's team, the girls in blue, will be taking on the West Florida Flames for the first time. So excited to see how the ladies do here at Southern Oak. Hope some fans come out here, come support, come check them out as they are in action. 2:30. If you can't make it, tune us in right here on the same Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. We'll have the full coverage, Jamal and myself, tomorrow afternoon. I bet it's not going to be hot tomorrow.
Oh, no. I'll probably wear a nice jacket.
I think it's going to cool down. Maybe a little cold front comes through. Might drop to 97 tomorrow instead. Florida. That's where I'm ready for vacation, mate.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. Go to somewhere that's a little more temperate.
But I am definitely looking forward to watching the women's team play tomorrow. I think they've been, you watch them train. They train with great exuberance, and they've got a great coach in David Goff. History, good, very, very high caliber coach.
OMJ gets to it here on the near side. Has help from Paul, being hounded there by Rangel. Drops to Zettel. Sorry, carry on about David Goff.
No, and it's something that I'm looking forward to. I haven't had the opportunity to watch too many minutes of their play. Have been able to see them train, and they've another ball in.
Nice cross.
Flapped at it.
Malberg got a piece of it, not a lot of it. We'll see if the Jesters try to break the other way. Gunera goes down. Here's Shanley being hounded there by Brown, but able to get it ahead.
High level from Shanley there.
Yeah, he's a very solid player.
Oh, he's had to go.
Yeah, there's a distance one. Keeper was off his line, so why not give it a rip? Go get that thing, Derek. Good hustle. Love to see it from Section 904, helping the people out.
No, he's definitely had a thought on it, though. The goalkeeper there, he's tracking back. He's ended it up all in the goal. So, I mean, he's obviously thought it might have a drop in the goal for him. So, we're just over.
Yeah, one of those moments where you're a goalkeeper and your heart just drops. You're like, oh, no. What happened? Let me get back. Don't let them score on me like this. And he'll send this all the way to the near side. And we'll see who gets the throw in. MJF gets the throw in there. Nope. No, he'll leave it for a teammate. But as mentioned, the Armada women will be right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. At the same time, we got 2 live sporting events going on tomorrow on our app. On the Action News Jacks Now stream. So, you see all the different video streams when you're clicking on it. On the news stream, you can catch weigh-ins from the old school Kingfish shootout. I know you're very interested in fishing and kingfish, going for the big ones. Jamal, you ever been out on the Atlantic fishing? No. We'll have to get you out there sometime. Nice little chip ball there. That's Evans ahead.
Oh, Gonzalez.
Nice turnaround by Gonzalez, but comes right to Costi.
Charlotte's gone begging there as well. Gonzalez has been a threat. He's been a real threat. Been a menace.
Yep. Here's a nice through ball. OMJ gets it ahead to Kavif. Kavif, but the flag is up. He didn't even touch it yet.
I'm not too sure about that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
The linesman must have been 100% certain because they normally let it run until there's contact.
Yeah. Instead, nicely done by Micah. Takes it away. Looking for the 1-2 from Kavif, but Jester is able to get in the way. Uridi's playing a little bit further back than we're used to right now. Let's see if Jacksonville switches it now to the near side. About 5 minutes here left in the first half before we hit stoppage time. There's OMJ, drops it back, makes a run. Instead, Jacksonville, a little switch here. Oh, there's Zettel. Zettel has really been comfortable sending these long balls ahead. Here's Ryan Paul now. Paul one-on-one with Sheldon Green. 22 versus 22. Zettel cuts it back on his left foot. Pokes it to Shanley. I don't know if Shanley was thinking about it. Was he thinking about it there? I know McCallum would have thought about it there. I don't see Shanley doing that. But here's Thomas now on the far side. Back to his left foot, deflected away, still alive. Thomas has it back, sends another cross, but this one goes right to Malberg, and that'll be a goal kick for New Orleans. This Jacksonville team certainly has some firepower to it, right? With these players of Kavif and OMJ up top. I mean, Ioridis, we mentioned the fact that he scored countless times for this Armada, with an Armada jersey on over these past few years. And then it's really them relying on some of these young guys to connect it, right? You have these veteran guys up top and you have an 18 and a 19-year-old as your two wingbacks, and Micah Thomas and Ryan Paul, two young, up-and-coming players from right here in Jacksonville that are crucial to this offense clicking, and to those guys up top being able to score the goals that they are so good at scoring. But to do that, you need very good play from those wingbacks.
Yeah, you know, and they have been threatening. They have been threatening. They'll be able to put decent deliveries inside the box. And I mean, there has been a couple of chances that have gone begging that I'm very, very sure Oliver Muller-Jensen would you know, wish back. End product though, right? Going into the last 4 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yep, Jacksonville scored early in the 6th minute. Heck, had an opportunity in the 3rd minute. Shanley there heads it down and still looking to clear. He'll send ahead. Nice.
Very good play from
And
Shanley.
another long ball from Zettel. This one looking for Kavift. He tracks it down on the far side. Has Iarides in those bright green boots. 1-2, surrounded by 3 green jerseys. Make it 4. They know what he can do. Here's McCallum to Zettel now. Zettel might take a rip. That ball's deflected away by Gomez. Sacrificing the body. It's not quite a hockey puck, but I guess it still stings a little bit, right?
Oh, yeah.
That ball come rifled in by a shot. Ahead now. Nice job there by Gunera to defuse the situation for New Orleans. Just a fun evening here in Jacksonville. Friday night, you see the crowd has shown up. They are wisely underneath that nice shade, this oak-shrouded Arlington campus at Jacksonville University. Pen zone. Deflects off of Gomez. Still alive, and there it goes off for a throw-in for the visitors. But this is a great place to have these matches all summer long. Jacksonville University, as far as pitches go, there's not much better when it comes to the game here in Jacksonville.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a beautifully kept Southern Oak Stadium field. And I'm sure the guys, you know, really enjoy playing on here, watching the ball move the way it does.
Nice job there by Penzone. Be a little physical with Brown. Get that ball taken away. Iarides touched just off a little bit there, but
That's
Jacksonville
where you need the quality, though. That's
does
where
get
you
it
need the
back.
quality.
Danner ahead now to Thomas on the far side. 1v1 with Sinclair.
Thomas again.
Blast right by him. This ball skied into the air, and that'll be a corner kick. A Campione Law corner kick for the Jacksonville Armada.
Yeah, I think Micah Thomas is a little bit disappointed with his end product there because he's just really a blow by really on the left hand side again, and he has had his way with this Sky Sinclair all night tonight. Been able to put in maybe 8-9 decent deliveries inside the box, causing problems.
Plenty of numbers in the box for Jacksonville. Here is Zettel. Some of those bugs that we saw in the pre-match show bothering him. Swat him away. Sends the ball up. And off the hand, still alive. Here's Thomas. Did that get deflected?
Yep.
Looks like that one deflected. We'll do it again here on the near side. But take a look at this ball. Malberg just gets a touch on it. That might have been curling in.
Might have been a little Olympico. Great touch from Micah Thomas, but brilliantly defended from Joachim Suarez there, getting his body, or putting his body on the line.
So a Campione Law corner kick on the other side, and this will be Paul Danner now, wearing the captain's armband tonight for the first time for the Jacksonville Armada. Set to put it on his left foot. Let's wait a second. Get everybody right in the right spot. You see a lot of numbers inside that 6. Here's Danner. Low in swinger. Knocked away by New Orleans. Micah Thomas gives chase. Catches up to it by the far sideline. 1v1 with Suarez, who knocks it down. So Jacksonville resets, knocks it back. We're in stoppage time.
Oh!
Ooh, yeah, rip from distance.
Beautiful strike there from Callum. Out of nothing, honestly. You know, I think he didn't feel the pressure until the last second. Was able to get his distance, to get his shot away. Unluckily for him, wasn't able to get, or to hit the target there. Well, again, another chance, an opportunity created from the Armada.
So we are in stoppage time here in the first half. 4 minutes will be added to the clock here in this first half of play. A decent amount of time because of that hydration break. So far, this has been pretty much what we expected. Two very good teams, and that's a bad foul from Toby McCallum. Going to get booked for that one. So second yellow card of the match for the Jacksonville Armada. This one goes to the midfielder, Toby McCallum, and results in a free kick outside the 18, probably about 25, 30 yards out for the New Orleans Jesters. You take a look, another look, and that's just, yeah, that's an easy call. We're making it easy on the head official here today. A lot of these calls have been pretty cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see who is going to take this one for New Orleans. Gomez and Gunera. Well, Jacksonville has set up a three-man wall with Zettel, OMJ, and Iarides.
Great set pieces all night from this squad.
Here's Gomez.
Can he trouble the goalkeeper with this?
On his right foot. Nice little ball there. Headed up. Still alive. Still alive. Pen zone. This one's still going. Finally, Costi able to get his mitts on it. That one makes you hold your breath for a moment, but here's Jacksonville. Let's see if they can capitalize on the other way. New Orleans has their numbers pushed up for the set piece. Zettel ahead, right down the line. Finds OMJ. Oliver Moeller Jensen. Guarded by the captain, Gomez. He'll drop it back to Paul. We'll see Jacksonville set it up their traditional method here from the outside. To Thomas on the far side. Looking. Going 1v1. Tries to knock it through Evans' legs, and this one's cleared out by the Jesters. So 4 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half at Southern Oaks Stadium. Hopefully the fans are able to go get an Ancla Dorada here at halftime. If you haven't heard, it's the official beer of the Jacksonville Armada. Nice collaboration with the folks downtown at Ruby Beach Brewing. Nice ball ahead. Cleared up. And looks like it'll be a throw-in for Jacksonville right down there by the corner flag.
And it's actually very, very good.
Oh, I love it.
Refreshing.
Shout out to my wife Courtney. She got some for my birthday here the other day.
Oh,
went and picked up a couple crowlers. Love to see it. Here's Paul with the throw-in. And the Jesters clear it, but not all the way. Sent back into the mixer. See, Malberg's got to communicate that a little better to his defender. Arita might not have been hearing him or something, because Malberg was right behind him and wanted to grab it. Here's Zettel. Can't get it past the two green jerseys. And there's some physical play. That's a foul called against Sebastian Zettel. You hear Section 904 in the background. Drums are going. Flags are waving. They already had the opportunity to pop some smoke once here this evening. That's what they love to do. They love to come out here and support the boys in blue and girls in blue. Of course, tomorrow afternoon they'll be out here once again to come support them. So there you hear the whistle, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. 45 minutes in the books, and we are right where we started. It is a deadlock. New Orleans 1, Jacksonville 1. We'll have your halftime stats and a look at the first half highlights coming up next on the halftime show right here on this Jacksonville Armada broadcast on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. At the half, we're tied at 1. People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow. How much revenue share you could earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com.
And welcome back to Southern Oak Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University. If you haven't been here, just a beautiful little facility here for the Jacksonville Armada's home matches all summer long, including tonight's NPSL matchup between the New Orleans Jesters and your Jacksonville Armada men's under-23 team. Section 904, getting a little break here at the half. Let's take a look at some of your first half highlights. Sebastian Zettel sending a ball in, headed across, and this is the one they're going to want back right here, as OMJ certainly had an opportunity at it, couldn't quite get to it. Luckily, Oliver Moeller-Jensen, you take another look here at number 7, and he's able to get another chance. He would certainly take advantage of a chance a little later on in this first half. Alex Iarides there, and Jeremy Costi up to the task as well in this first half. So Oliver Moeller-Jensen probably had 3 or 4 really solid chances, was finally able to break through Jamal on one in the first half to be able to give the Armada the early 1-0 lead. But man, they had so many opportunities as this ball knocked away. Here you go, here's your goal.
Found his space. Just a delightful chip. Love passing behind and a delightful flick.
Awareness.
To follow.
Awareness of where you are in the field. And obviously Sheldon Green knew exactly where he was on the field as he's able to bury this thing in the back of the net. Hey, professional penalty, a deserved penalty given to the Jesters, and that was your equalizer here early on in this matchup. Take a look at some of your halftime stats, and it really does paint a picture, right? Jacksonville with 11 total shots to the Jesters 4. 5 of those on goal for the Armada. In corners, even 3-3 with 6 fouls apiece. So we've had some physicality. Jacksonville, the only one with the yellow cards thus far. Miles Shanley and Toby McCallum picking up both of those. And 3 offsides early on from the visitors from New Orleans. All right, we're going to take a break here on the halftime show. When we get back, we'll take a look around the league. That's next, right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. International soccer returns to Jacksonville this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
Ancla Dorada. The official bear of your Jacksonville Armada.
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming, from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, And it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained, and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at BoldCityAC.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. BoldCityAC.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at BoldCityAC.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
And welcome back to Southern Oak Stadium. Fans delighted to an early goal here from the Jacksonville Armada, but an equalizer from New Orleans has tied this thing up at 1 as we are at halftime. Let's take a look at some of the games around the league in the NPSL Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. You take a look, fellow tonight matchup, Pensacola FC taking on Columbus United FC. We mentioned them as the newcomer in the league up there in Columbus, Georgia. Beautiful place. I lived there for 2.5 years before I came to Jacksonville. Jacksonville's better. Just going to throw that out there for all the folks at home. Tomorrow, Naples United FC will be taking on the Miami Dutch Lions FC. Those are the last 2 teams that the Armada played, falling at Naples 2-0 and then beating Miami 4-0. And then on Sunday, the Jesters will take on Tallahassee SC. So 2 matches in 3 days for the boys from New Orleans as they take on Tallahassee, another one of those older rivalries from within this division. And look, we've seen some competitive teams thus far this year in the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. You take a look at the rest of the slate for the Jacksonville Armada men's team. By the way, it's a short schedule. That's kind of the idea. You have to take advantage of the matches when you get them, because this is the rest of the year right here. 2 back-to-back home matches against Miami, and then 1 roadie out to the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Jesters in the regular season finale. So each of the next 3 will be Saturday matchups, back-to-back home games, and then a road game, and that's your full schedule. At that point, you hope you're in the top 4 and you're playing some postseason soccer.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy being able to, use all of the players that you have and being able to capitalize on these really big matches. But this is the game. This is the game.
The less matches you have, the more important they become, right?
Absolutely.
That's certainly how it goes. All right, we are tied here at Southern Oak Stadium, 1-1 at the break. We'll continue from the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network after another break. Here, you're watching the Jacksonville Armada.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
People help helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
And we're tied here 1-1, Jacksonville Armada against the New Orleans Jesters, and we will be right back.
People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Imagine a brokerage platform that gives agents the flexibility to move between comp plans so that they can spend their entire career in one place while earning stock and recruiting other agents. And imagine the entire enterprise is created and backed by a proven industry innovator. Now imagine this platform already exists. Imagine you own this platform. Imagine how large you can grow. How much revenue share you could earn. Just imagine.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
International soccer returns this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Jacksonville as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs Wolves and West Ham take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jaguars. With the series trophy on the line, competition will be fierce. Tickets on sale now for as low as $35. Buy your tickets today at statesidecup.com.
International soccer returns to Jacksonville this summer. Don't miss your chance to see teams from the biggest league in the world in Northeast Florida as they compete for their first trophy of the season, the Stateside Cup. Be there when Premier League clubs West Ham and Wolves take the pitch July 27th at Everbank Stadium, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tickets are on sale now for as low as $35 at statesidecup.com.
And welcome back to Southern Oaks Stadium on a toasty Friday evening here on the campus of Jacksonville University here in Northeast Florida. It is warm.
Probably the reason why the players are just now getting their way back out onto the field, because it is taxing out there for the boys in blue as well as the boys in green. A little surprised nobody wanted to wear white today. White probably would have been a little cooler, Jamal. Stuart Weber here alongside Jamal Johnson for your Action Sports Jacks 24/7 coverage of the Jacksonville Armada. We are tied 1-1 as we get set to start the second half. You take a look at the guys and gals at Section 904. Always dedicated, always ready to go, always out here having a good time, making all the noise down there behind the visiting goal. This second half, they'll be behind the home goal. So good to see them. You see our players making their way out. Let's go ahead and remind you of the lineups that we started with, and we'll see if they make any halftime substitutions as of right now. I don't believe there are, but for your Jacksonville Armada, you take a look at their starting lineup. They started with Jeremy Costi in net, Paul Danner, Miles Shanley, and Gavin Penzone in that back line. That's one JU player, one Flagler player, and former Ponte Vedra Shark, who's playing at Holy Cross in that back line for the Jacksonville Armada. You two central midfielders, Toby McCallum, you see him right there, number 8, having a chat with Noah Kavif, and Sebastian Zettel in the midfield. Your wingbacks, Micah Thomas and Ryan Paul. There's Zettel coming into this frame for you. Thomas and Ryan Paul. And then up top, Alex Iarides, Noah Kavif, who you just saw a moment ago, and Oliver Moeller Jensen. As for the visitors from New Orleans, you get a look at them in the all-green kit. Ludwig Malberg, your keeper, in his, well, what color would you say that is? That's like a Mardi Gras orange, right? Is that kind of how you would
It's lively. It's definitely lively.
It looks very Mardi Gras-ish. There's like some purple in there, purple green.
I like it.
Purple green, orange yellow. That orange yellow. It's very, very Mardi Gras. I like it when they're on point. Let's take a look at the NPSL standings, shall we? There you have the Gulf Coast Sunshine Conference. We mentioned just how tight this thing has been thus far throughout the course of this early season. Remember, they're only playing 10 matches, so you got to get the points when you can get them for sure. You see Jacksonville there in third, 3 wins, a draw, 2 losses. Look, every team in the league has won, every team in the league has lost. And that's usually a sign of a very competitive group and a very top-to-bottom solid conference.
Absolutely. And I think Armada have really got to capitalize on this game, if they possibly can, with the opportunities that they've created. You know, they're coming out in the second half. I'm sure extremely confident. There are problems that they need to find solutions for. The likes of Gomez in the central midfield role, I think he's caused a lot of issues getting on the ball and being able to drop and really control the tempo of the game. I think that the way that you'd be able to combat that, Coach Krasanovic probably needs to get some separation space between Zettel and McCallum and be able to ask McCallum to push a little bit higher and lessen the time that Gomez has on the ball. And that will just, alleviate that pressure that they've been able to cause on this Armada back line.
You look at head coach Tommy Krasanovic there, as well as the substitutes, and there's your 11 for the Armada. And look, they definitely dropped the ball with the matchup at Global Soccer Pathways 2 weeks ago down in Southwest Florida in Naples, and that might hurt them come end of the year, because you get seeded 1 through 4. One is you got hosting opportunities, and how much easier is it to go out and win when you're playing at home, right? So they haven't done anything against any other team in the league thus far this year. So, look, if you're Jacksonville, you got to take advantage of matchups against the Miami Dutch Lions. You got 2 more with them. Got to have 6 points from those 2 after you beat them on the road. But at the same time, you can't take them lightly. You saw exactly what happened against Global Soccer Pathways.
Exactly. The first game is a toss-up, really. The second game, obviously, they're coming out. They'll definitely have time to prepare, plan. And that was obviously what happened against Global Sports Soccer. Yeah.
Yep. Second half is underway here at Southern Oaks Stadium. Visitors from New Orleans going left to right on your screen in the all green. Jacksonville, the boys in blue, going right to left. Here's Toby McCallum. Up ahead to Oliver Moeller Jensen, looking for Kavif, who's on the run on his head and just wide of the net. What a chance there for Noah Kavif. but that one goes wide. It'll be a goal kick for New Orleans.
Chance gone begging there. Chance gone begging with a fantastic ball, brilliantly created. And the ball's come in. It's just missed Suarez, who's done fantastic all night. Kafif has just got to put it on frame.
Did he just lose track of Kafif, or was it just a little out of his reach?
It was a great ball.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a brilliantly flighted ball, and that was really touched into perfection from the outside there. You just need a finish there from Kafif.
So much like the first half, Jacksonville with an amazing opportunity in the first couple minutes and unable to capitalize.
Early on, once again.
Here is Micah Thomas on the near side. Ahead to Alex Urides, who, by the way, changed his shoes, like I told him to. But this one goes across the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for New Orleans. Just a little too strong there from Thomas for Urides to get to it.
Yeah, I would have played the ball into Kafif's feet and then allowed for Urides to get that layoff from Kafif. It's a much more thoughtful pass. Pass down into the corner has not done anyone any favors.
That's one of those things you can look at in film review, right? And learn from. And look, Micah's 19 years old. That's what this league's all about, is development, getting your players better, letting them see real game situations.
No, and I mean, Micah Thomas is a player that's been very, very thoughtful throughout the whole game, creating that many chances as he did in the first half, But development, right?
Yep. All about development. You know a bit about the development here with the Jacksonville FC side of things, having had the chance to work with some of these youngsters you see down on the sideline serving as ball boys here, the U12s, U13s. Here's a long ball ahead to Gonzalez, 1v1 with Danner. Knocked away, still alive, looking for a scorpion. It's Costi coming off his line and knocks it away. Sheldon Green couldn't put it in the back of the net. Take another look.
Unbelievable from Gonzalez again on the right-hand side, cutting in with his left. Little flick over Gavin Penzone, and it falls to the feet
of Evans.
And Jeremy Costi. Once again, he's come up huge.
This will be a Campione Law corner kick. Champions for justice. And it will be their captain, Ricardo Gomez, set to take it. So both squads have had amazing opportunities to score just in these first 5 minutes of the second half. Here's Gomez being watched by all the substitutes for the Armada. In-swinging ball headed down by Shanley. Let's see how far OMJ can go with it. He's got Urides to his left. Oh, just a little too heavy. But
still in.
He gets an opportunity, still going.
He's got one inside. He's got one inside of two inside
ahead
of him.
To Thomas. Thomas now inside the 18. Takes a rip. Was that deflected? Goes into the hands of Malberg regardless.
Brilliant stuff. Brilliant defending.
Let's take a look at how this one developed. From all the way back there, OMJ.
Comedy of errors.
Keeps it going. Sends the cross.
So much time.
Well defended.
Just so lax. In that last moment, there's just got to be a little bit more urgency. Once you've got yourself in the box and you 1v1, you see the white of the goalkeeper's eyes. You've got to be able to get your finish off. Got to. Especially in a game like this tight against, bitter rivals. They played against this team before. They know what they're about. You need to take your opportunities. Unlucky, though, there from Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more urgency in that final third, though. That's what they need. But obviously with the heat, it's easy to lean on the heat as an excuse. But when you've got that type of time, you need to be able to finish those chances. It's crucial.
Hard foul from the back there. Paul Danner takes down Eric Gunera. Be a free kick for the visitors. We mentioned in our halftime stats, Jacksonville out shooting New Orleans. At this point, 12-5. If you missed the first 45 minutes, 2 yellow cards, both against the home team. Miles Shanley in the 14th minute and Tony McCallum in the 45th. So 2 guys to keep an eye on as the second half progresses, certainly. Gomez and Gunera standing over it. Gomez with the captain's armband on for the Jesters. Alec Urides, a one-man wall. Instead, it's Gunera who takes it. Falls right to Penzone, still alive for Gunera, and Zettel finally clears it, at least as far as OMJ, and he trips over the ball, allows Rangel to put it back in for New Orleans. And Ryan Paul probably could have settled there. Instead, the Jesters get it back. Here they come, pushing forward. Brown in the middle. Penzone falls over it, but Zettel is able to get to it instead. Zettel now will push. Nice ball ahead to OMJ. Oliver Moeller Jensen. He has Kavif in the middle as well as Irides. Instead, drops to Zettel. Zettel ahead into the 18, but cleared out by New Orleans. Still alive. And now the Jesters will push back the other way. 52nd minute. We're all tied up here at Southern Oaks Stadium. Both teams scoring in the first 15 minutes of this one. Since then, it's been a deadlock. Ball sent ahead by Gomez. Nice ball there to Gonzalez. Juan Pablo Gonzalez going 1v1 with Paul Danner. Tries to send it into the middle to Brown. Instead, it's intercepted by Micah Thomas. Here's Thomas. Working his way through two defenders, but can't get it past the third as that one falls off his foot, but Jacksonville gets it right back on a careless turnover.
I think we've got to look more now to our third key of the game tonight, which was using the players that you've got. Using the players that you've got on the bench. You've got to look to your the next players to come in now to carry on the energy that the Armada was able to create so many chances in at the beginning of the first half. There are players available that can score goals. I can look through the likes of Kyle Hughes, Keegan Anselin. Keegan as well, to all counts and purposes, I feel like his finishing this week in training has been fantastic. And I know you don't really look to that very often, but when a player's on fire, if he is performing in training, you want to give him the opportunity to go on and get some goals for himself. He's another player that they'll be looking to. Obviously, Evan Schweikert, he's also a good asset in the middle of the field. Nick Herb coming on, lots of energy that he can bring into this game. There's tons and tons of energy on that bench that they can bring on, and I'm sure they will get the opportunity to come on and play tonight.
But Andy Dunn won't.
No, I mean, obviously,
backup keeper's not coming on.
It's his birthday, anyway.
But it is his birthday.
He's not thinking about the game tonight. He's thinking about
17th birthday. Big congratulations to Andy Dunn there. Yeah. Here's Gonzalez now on the edge of the attacking third. We'll center to Gomez. Cutting it back. Nicely played to get away from Zettel there. And really, I mean, we've been saying a lot of the same names over and over again, right? This offense runs through Ganera, Gomez, Green, and Brown, and Gonzalez gets involved as well. I mean, those guys have really been the key players for New Orleans thus far.
They've been fantastic. They have been very, very good. And I mean, I mean, for this at this level, I think Gonzalez is a top performer. Especially going up against Paul Danner tonight, he's been absolutely fantastic.
21-year-old from University of Texas Rio Grande Valley. 2 goals on the season thus far for Juan Pablo Gonzalez of the Jesters.
I just like a player that's able to cut inside, uses opposite foot as well. Good control, bit of pace, tricky. Here he is on the ball now. Let's have a look at him.
1v1 with Micah Thomas there, sends ahead to Evans. And Danner able to clear, but it'll be a throw-in for the Jesters. Gonzalez wants to play it quick. Send it back. Here is Gomez. Now to Sinclair. And Thomas just able to keep his footing there. That was very impressive. Looked like he might fall there for a moment, but kept his foot. He and Sinclair having a little physical battle there in the middle. Now McCallum wants to send it on. OMJ with a chance to run in the middle of the field as this one goes to the outside, and Paul still has it. Guarded by Rangel. Gets by him. Still alive inside the 8. Taken down.
Could be something there.
There is a call at the point. Point to the spot. So how often do you see a player get the foul for a penalty, but then earn one on the other end a little later on in the match?
I mean, honestly, it's an innocuous one. I mean, it could have gone either way. You could look at it as though it was extremely light, but for me, it's awfully clumsy. Awfully clumsy inside the box. He's got his hands on his back. And let's have a closer look at it now. If you get the replay here, you can see his hands holding down his shirt, and he stepped across, not made any kind of contact with the ball or with the player, and it's ended up
with a penalty and a yellow card for Roberto Rangel of the New Orleans Jesters. So you see Gomez having a chat with the head official as the captain for New Orleans, able to do so. But Jacksonville will have a chance to retake the lead here in the 57th minute.
Very, very similar situation as well. You know, you've allowed for the attacker to get on the wrong side of you, and instead of, you know, thinking about who's in front of you on your team to make a stop, try to do it yourself. Try to get your body across, and it's just not there for you. It's clumsy, another clumsy challenge inside the box.
So Sebastian Zettel scored on a penalty kick last week against the Miami Dutch Lions.
Can Zettel settle this game now?
Let's see. I like it. Right-footed, still alive. Zettel has another chance, and he'll put it into the back of the net. That's perseverance right there.
Absolutely. We've got 5 Armada players following up, and the goalkeeper's going absolutely bonkers at his defence. There's only 3 of them that have followed it in. You've got to help your goalkeeper out. He's made a fantastic save, and no one's there to help him out. Zettel gets to take 2 touches inside the box. And the Armada are ahead again.
Let's take another look at it. The original penalty, taken hard, but nicely done by Ludwig Malberg. But running in is Zettel. And look, if you're those defenders for New Orleans, you got to get in there now. It falls right to him.
Yeah.
It's not a lot you can do about it.
Yeah.
But Zettel puts it into the back of the net, throws a little flex on it at the end as well. Sebastian Zettel scores his first goal of the season. Second goal of the season, and does it in dramatic fashion right there.
Very important goal, extremely important goal. When Armada does need the points, a couple games in hand of the teams around him as well, so every single point matters right now.
All right, so let's see how this game turns. Now, what was the second goal, or second key to the match? Excuse me.
Score goals, keep scoring.
Keep scoring goals. Going to need to keep going here because, look, New Orleans isn't going to stop.
They do not, and I don't think that's how Kenny is ever going to have his team play. Constantly on the attack with the players that they have, they're going to create chances. Armada have to just be mindful of when they are attacking, making sure that the likes of Michael Thomas gets back goal side and their players do get back behind the ball. But I like the balance now that they got in that midfield. They're able to pick up balls now. And here they are on the breakaway now down the right-hand side with striker.
Zettel.
Zettel.
We may see Evan. No, that is Schweiker.
I knew I was right.
Yeah.
Gattuso.
Okay.
Gattuso.
Yeah, they bought those beards. Those beards will get you. Missed that substitution. We'll get you who came in just a moment. So 60th minute now. Jacksonville leading 2-1 here at Southern Oak Stadium on the campus of Jacksonville University.
Oh no!
If you're Tommy Krzanovich,
you'd
love to see that goal, but this one goes right to Jeremy Costi. So we've seen both teams now try to catch the opposition off guard a little bit with that long ball.
I think it's Gavin Penzone that's was the change that's been made. Striker coming on in the central midfield, pushing McCallum up. Ryan Paul filling in on that right-hand side at the back. Just added another number in the midfield now.
Ball ahead to Thomas. Looks to cut it back in. Oof, just a little off on that pass. And that's Gonzalez able to defuse it.
Chance
Iarides.
Oh,
Iarides down.
and he's giving it
a point to the spot again. This on Joaquin Suarez. Iarides down. And Jacksonville will have an opportunity to convert again. There's a yellow card given to Suarez. That might be a second yellow card, and that is a red card. Joaquin Suarez has been sent off for the New Orleans Jesters. So things have gone from bad to worse for the visitors. Not only will there be a second penalty attempt for the Jacksonville Armada here in a moment. But now they're going to play down a man for the rest of this one as Suarez gets sent off by the head official. Here's another look. Just inside the 18. Iarides with the ball. Little cut back.
Just not much in it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a bump to the, like a little backwards bump. I don't know. That's a tough one. If you're,
I mean, it's great feet. It's great feet to be able to gain an advantage from Iarides, but I don't see much of a leg movement to call it a trip from Suarez. Really looked as though he was trying to get himself out of the way, but it's resulted in a penalty kick. Talk back has got him sent off in the second bookable offence with the descent. Down to 10 men with his team with a mountain to climb if this goal goes in.
It'll be Toby McCallum for Jacksonville this time, as the Armada, hey, we're halfway through the season, but we're still kind of figuring out who those penalty takers will be just by the process of...
Whoever feels like taking it on the day, I think is going to get an
this is
opportunity.
gone.
But I think Toby McCallum might be the right guy to put this one away.
And then we'll see how many substitutions we start to get for the Jacksonville Armada. We've already had one. Gavin Penzone comes off for Evan Schweikert.
Can Malberg get rid of this one with a save now?
Here's McCallum into the back of the net. Malberg gets a piece of it, but it still finds the twine. And that's a goal for Toby McCallum and a 3-1 Jacksonville lead as they keep scoring.
Keep scoring.
Keys
keep
to
scoring.
the match, my friend.
And they've come up with the answers. They come up with the answers in the second half. You know, probing, constantly probing. And, you know, the energy levels now are starting to lack on the side of the Jesters right now. And Armada are just taking full advantage. You know, it's a little bit lax in that back three now for the Jesters. And I think that the Armada are capitalizing. Great touch again from Malberg.
Malberg has been terrific on these penalty saves. I mean, the first one he knocks down and unlucky that it falls right to the taker. And this one he gets a piece of it, just too strong for McCallum.
Yeah,
we know McCallum's got a rocket of a leg. We've seen him score from 40 yards out. You put him 12 yards out, he's going to put a lot of juice on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. But the goalkeeper's done fantastically well to get himself behind it again, Malberg. It's just tough look.
Oh, nice physicality there in the midfield from McCallum. He's still
Beautiful
battling.
ball
Look, it might be
as well,
3-1,
bit
but still battling as you see another substitute, Nick Erb, chasing it down there on the right side. We'll start to see more and more from the Armada coming in. We had a few substitutions. We're getting you those names now as they come in. Here's Kavif still working hard in the midfield. So 65th minute, Jacksonville now up 3-1. They've scored that third goal to really take command on this one, and now we'll see if they keep at it. Right? I mean, you gotta not stop.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the name of the game. Do need to get these opportunities.
All right, so as a reminder, Jacksonville Armada back in action tomorrow. The Armada women will be here at Southern Oak Stadium taking on the West Florida Flames. Certainly hope folks come out here and support the girls in blue against one of the best teams in the WPSL. And that's a 3 o'clock kickoff, so 2:30 is our coverage here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. If you can't make it out, you can watch us once again tomorrow. Here's a nice run from Gonzalez, working his way around Schweikert, deflects off of Miles Shanley, and that'll be another Campione Law corner kick for the visitors. Of course, you see some of those other substitutes in there as well. Luke Granitor has come into the game for Jacksonville, as has Nick Erb.
So much energy. And that's the last thing that you want to be seeing when you're down to 10 men.
Another corner kick here for New Orleans. It'll be Gomez. And you gotta mind your P's and Q's. They can score and do it quickly. Nice job by Costi. Knows what he's doing, able to get onto it.
And he'll take his time getting up as well. Every second counts.
So we mentioned the two substitutes coming in of Luke Granator and Nick Erb. Ryan Paul and Alex Iarides, the two that have come off for Jacksonville. Here is Oliver Muller-Jensen on the far side. Schweikert. You happy that you get to say his name again? It's a fun one to say. I like Schweikert. Another one of those guys getting ready for a little graduate school season with the Jacksonville University Dolphins. So an experienced college player who's played quite a bit over these years from North Haven, Connecticut, is Schweikert. And will play for the Dolphins this fall. So it's one of the cool things with this roster is that, yes, even once the summer NPSL season is over, you still have an opportunity to come out and see some of these guys in action in the college ranks. Both UNF, JU, Flagler, all those schools represented on this year's Jacksonville Armada roster, as well as a couple high school kids too. So some of these guys have these deep roots and ties to Northeast Florida, and great opportunities to come support them and come watch them throughout the course of the off season.
Absolutely.
All right, so if you're Jacksonville, how do you keep the energy up right now, Jamal? You just scored 2 goals on penalty kicks. You lead 3-1, but this the 3 points are far from earned.
No, yeah, and they've got to be mindful of the ability of this Jesters team, the chances that created in the first half, obviously in the second half also, they've been able to cause a couple of problems. So just being extra careful, you know, when they are going forward, and to being patient, not rushing things, getting too many numbers forward and leaving those holes and gaps for them to go and exploit. Like this now, too many numbers on this side, far side, might be an opening. Great defending there.
And a foul.
It's a late one, could be a booking now.
Yeah, Tom Preston coming in, by the way, for, yeah, there's your booking. Tom Preston comes in for Russell Brown on the visitors from New Orleans. Let's see that replay and see.
Very late one, this.
Garnered that yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, he's off the floor there, both feet off the floor.
So another yellow card. This one goes to the captain, Ricardo Gomez. Grab that camera. Look out. And it'll be a free kick from outside the 18 for Jacksonville. Everybody good over there? We good? Everybody. It's hot. I'm telling you, man. Get them some water. You see Zettel getting worked on there for the Armada. Good chance for all the players to grab a little water. We're up to 5 yellow cards in this match. 3 against New Orleans. Technically 4, I guess, because the second yellow resulted in a red for Joaquin Suarez. Last game for New Orleans against Columbus, 6 yellow cards they had in that one. So, look, they're a physical team. There we are. We got some substitutes coming in for the Jacksonville Armada. That includes Keegan Anslin there on the right and Kyle Hughes on the left, ready to enter for the Armada. Empty the bench time. Get these guys in here. Key to the match number 3, Jamal.
Using the players.
Use your players, absolutely.
Use your players. And I think this is a perfect time as well. Just started sending off. Energy levels low. Slight water break there. Little intermission. Bring them in. Get the energy that you need now as the Jesters are losing their sort of sights on this game, really, you know, and it's a shame for them. They've come a long way and they've done a fantastic job in the first half, but just clumsy fouls inside of the box, in and around the area, and a little bit of talk back, ending you down now with 10 men away from home.
Kavift and Zettel, the two who come off for Jacksonville. Hughes and Anselin into the game for the Armada. Here is McCallum, 3-man wall, into the wall, right at their feet. Hughes nearly had a chance at it. Danner instead will drop it to Erb. And the Armada will reset, try to draw out that New Orleans defense. Here's Schweikert. Get a little lower look at the guys working their way through here. Now, this is definitely one of those cool facilities, right? You talk about the nice stand there on the far side, and a high stand over by the lacrosse field. Jacksonville University lacrosse, they put a lot of resources into that program.
Yes, that's the ball you want.
Micah Thomas inside to Hughes.
Stuff.
Hughes,
Oh.
shot by Moeller Jensen, knocked away by Malberg, still alive, up into the 18. Headed once, that'll be a foul against Jacksonville.
And that's the ball I was talking about earlier on that Micah Hughes didn't want to take the opportunity on. Great vision to find Kyle Hughes inside and a brilliantly disguised ball to the back far post.
Oh, that hit the post.
Oliver Moeller Jensen right there. And he scored goals from that area before as well. Just couldn't get the finishing touch on it this time.
Jesters with another sub here. This is Asaki Nakamura coming into the game for New Orleans. Trying to see who comes off for the Jesters as they continue to play down a man. '72nd minute here at Southern Oak Stadium. Appreciate everyone joining us here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. This game will replay on the Sunday stream, Saturday and Sunday, excuse me. You'll see this game tomorrow leading into our women's coverage, and then you'll see it again on Sunday. So throughout the weekend, feel free to catch your replays of this one, and then on Monday we will post it on the Action Sports Jax YouTube page. So plenty of opportunities to catch this matchup throughout the course of this weekend, and appreciate everybody for joining us here, however you're watching. By the way, let me know how you're watching on X. You can find me at Stuart AS Jax is the place to find me. Go send me what do we call them now? An X? It's still a tweet, right? You still send a tweet? I don't know, man. It's so confusing. Like,
you're asking the wrong person.
Why do we change the name to X when I just don't know, man?
It's confusing.
It is. It really is. But I'm on there. You head on there. You send me a message or something. Not a direct message. We don't need to go that far. Just reply to whatever my most recent tweet was. Do that. Here's Hughes, knocked away by Victor Mayrink for New Orleans. So Jacksonville will get the throw in here. As we're in the 74th minute, they go ahead, and that'll come out for a goal kick. Here is Gomez sending ahead. And we've talked about how huge these matches are for the Jacksonville Armada down the stretch. You give up some points down in Naples, and with this short season, with this short little 10-match season, you got to find a way to make them up. Here's nice by Micah Thomas, 1-2, back and forth. Thomas just outside the 18, and offside is the call. Flag went up.
And I'm surprised that, not going to say surprised, but Micah Thomas has done an awful lot. He's put a lot of miles in, especially in this heat. To see him still on the field and being able to create and get forward is really, really good to see. And even now, after all these minutes, his decision-making has been absolutely fantastic. So, well done, young sir.
Is that the second on Gomez? Was that foul given to Gomez, or was that given to...
Gomez, yeah. And he's got a good relationship with the referee, obviously, as the captain, but that's a sticky one if you're asking me.
Yeah.
He's going in studs up. He wanted to stop him.
I believe that was two, but I never saw the red come out. Maybe the prior one wasn't on Gomez? Or are they calling that one on Preston? No, that was definitely on Gomez.
Definitely on Gomez. I think they need to radio through. His mates aren't looking after him. It's got to be some sort of communication, because Gomez definitely was booked earlier on.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity now for Kyle Hughes down the right-hand side.
This is Hughes
what a
right
ball.
Here. Hughes just outside the 6. Loses his footing. Still, Jacksonville has it. McCallum tries to send it back in. Knocked away by New Orleans. And now a run the other way for the visitors from New Orleans. Oh, well done there. Oh, they're calling a foul on that. That was all ball there. That's tough. That's a tough one. If If you're Miles Shanley, that's a tough one to take right there.
Yeah, he stopped him dead in his tracks there as well, and he's got a full gallop on air. Great tackle, all ball. Got his body in the way. He's flipped him over.
Yeah, that's dramatic.
The referees give it the opposite way.
All right, yeah, you know, that's what it is.
Hey, but listen, you can't have everything your way.
No.
You've got a penalty kick given against you, but he's also given 2 for you, so it's kind of like sometimes you just got to hold your hands up and get on with it. Count your blessings.
So it'll be a free kick here opportunity for the New Orleans Jesters. And Gomez, who we thought had 2 yellows. I'm telling you, maybe that first one wasn't against him. That second one had to be against him because...
No, it was.
Yeah. 77th minute, Southern Oak Stadium. And let's see what the Jesters can do. They have some numbers in the box there with Nakamura. The defender Sinclair is up as well. Another substitution coming in. And that's Roberto Legal making his way in, 20-year-old forward, so another offensive player. And this one goes wide. So Jacksonville able to avoid disaster there after what really was a tough foul call to see there. As looks like our officials are going to confer, and might be the water break here. Yeah, a little hydration break for both teams. It's still hot, by the way.
It is.
Sun might have gone down, but we still have that Florida heat here in Northeast Florida here in Jacksonville tonight. So Jamal, 15, 16, 17, 18 minutes left to play, depending on how much stoppage time we end up with. If you're the Jacksonville Armada, what do you have to do to keep this lead and ensure you earn 3 points at home?
Just positionally, just make sure you've got that stability in the middle. They've got a good relationship there with the 3 in the middle. But it's very, very difficult going into these final minutes to keep that focus, and that's where you've just got to heighten that level. And I think that's probably why he's made the changes that he has done in the middle of the park, Coach Krasanovic. And he's now just communicating, keeping that focus, making sure you're disciplined, because they are still well capable, even down to 10 men, of creating chances and actually finishing them off as well. Unlike a lot of the teams that have come here to Southern Oak, or visited here to Southern Oak Stadium. I think the message now from Kenny is just definitely let's keep that dream alive here. You know, we're away from home. You want to take chances, but you also want to make sure that we don't give any more goals up.
You take a look at Kenny Farrell here, trying to give a little pep talk to his guys and let them know that they're still in this thing. They still have the opportunity to go out there and try to equalize. And like I mentioned, this is a team that has scored a lot this year. So you would certainly think that they are not to be counted out for sure. You take a look at Luke Granitor. He scored the first goal of the season this year for the Jacksonville Armada. Of course, the only goal in that 1-0 win against Naples United. Jeremy Costi. We are back underway here after that little hydration break. Granitor taken down. Foul called there. Of course, it's now a nice little break here for the Armada after this one. They don't play again until next Saturday, so an 8-day stretch. Good chance to kind of rest your body up, hit the ice bath, do some yoga. I know Jacksonville takes advantage of all the kind of different training opportunities they have for them here in Northeast Florida with the different partnerships the Armada have built, which is pretty cool.
Definitely, yeah. You know, take advantage of the yoga. Make sure you get in the ice bath, taking care of your bodies, playing a lot of games in a very short period of time at a very high level. You know, takes it out of you. So put the fuel back in, refuel, refocus, recenter, and carry on this drive into the playoffs.
Yeah, and you have to take advantage of those home games against Miami Dutch Lions here. I mean, handle your business at home, You finish this one out, you get 3 points, and then if you can get 6 from those two, well, there's another foul. That'll be a good chance here from just outside the 18 for New Orleans. A little hard, aggressive foul. We'll see if he reaches to the pocket or not. No, just a strong talking to Danner, the captain, today for the Armada. Here in the 81st minute, on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Don't forget, you can always check out our full lineup of broadcasting throughout the course of the week. Every weekday, Brett and Austin show from 10 to 1. We had Tommy Krzanovich call into the show today. So, head coach for the Jacksonville Armada made an appearance on the Brett and Austin show earlier today. Talk a little bit about this matchup. So, be sure to check out that show every weekday, 10 to 1. Part of our great lineup of shows. You also got the Action Sports Jacks Cup Date. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 1 o'clock. Hear me talk about NASCAR. Jamal, you going to come co-host that one with me too?
I wouldn't mind, mate. I definitely wouldn't.
You'd want to talk about like Lewis Hamilton in Formula One, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Probably. Here's Gomez.
Get me tickets to one of the races, mate.
Yeah,
so I can
okay.
get into it.
Yeah, let me get right on that for you.
What, is that not possible?
Here's Gomez, a little chippy. Sends it into the box, headed away. I'll get you a credential. We come get you to work on one of the broadcasts for us from the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
You've got to go to a Daytona 500, Jamal.
I can't believe I haven't yet.
Yeah, what are you doing in February's?
I'm just waiting for my invite.
All right. Okay, well, I'll see what I can do. I'm always working, so you're asking the wrong guy. Here's Micah Thomas.
Oh,
Sends
what a
across
ball.
in. It's Hughes, but again, Malberg is up to the task. Ludwig Malberg has made a number of great saves here tonight, and he has certainly been up to the task every time they've called upon him, for the most part, this evening. Well done there by Gunera to keep it. Thomas forced to go back, maybe one of those frustration fouls, and a good little battle between those two.
Such an athlete. Thomas has done absolutely fantastic tonight. Absolutely. Never-ending amounts of running. Always there. Defensive on the defensive side. Being able to create going forward. Putting great balls into the box, creating opportunities. And I mean, he's carried on from the last game. I mean, very good performance away from home. Come back home and he's just putting numbers up, mate. He's putting numbers up.
Here's Tom Preston, one of the substitutes for New Orleans. Choosing to send it back. Well, ahead they go, looking for Nakamura, middle of the field. He'll switch it to the far side. Preston trying to chase it down. Defended by Erb. Has some help there in the middle from Paul Richard, another recent substitute. Taken away. Here's Oliver Moeller-Jensen. Has Hughes right next to him.
Pace to get away there.
Push it forward. Gomez played the full 84 minutes. Sends it into the box. It's knocked away. And that'll be a corner kick for the Jacksonville Armada.
Gomez did not look happy running back there.
No, he was...
he did not look comfortable chasing probably one of the quickest players with a ball at his feet, Oliver Moeller-Jensen, on this Jacksonville Armada side.
Victor Mayrink forced to help out there and knock that thing away.
Oh, my goodness.
This is a Campione Law corner kick. And look, a set-piece opportunity. So if you're Jacksonville, I know you don't appear to be pushing as hard at this point in the match. You're trying to coast it to the finish, right?
Absolutely.
Well, the set piece is a great opportunity to go out there and go get you one, right?
But
we'll make it 4.
Yeah, this is what they've probably been it's a good opportunity to be, get on things that you've been working on, put a good ball in the box, see if we get a finish off.
Here's Danner on the far side. Put it on his left foot. High in-swinging ball. Knocked away by Malberg.
Far post space there, no coverage.
Will result in a throw-in for Jacksonville.
And that's a funny one, really, for the Armada to try and work. Clogging up the near post space when you've got a goalkeeper like Malberg. Very good at claiming stuff in the area.
Here's Sebastian Pinto. Your last outfield substitute for New Orleans tonight, number 17, coming into the game. Pinto mostly has played defense for New Orleans. Jacksonville certainly okay to slow things down in this one as you see Keegan Anslin get a touch. Now inside to Hughes. Back to Thomas. And a lot of keep away being played here. Here's Thomas. He'll take it into the corner, sends it across, and the flag was up. Another offside call against Jacksonville. So less than 5 minutes to go here in regulation at Southern Oaks Stadium. For you, who's been the most impressive on this Jacksonville roster as far as their performance out there tonight?
I think first half you had Sebastian Zettel in there using the ball very, very well with that assist as well for Oliver Muller-Jensen. But this second half, and I think really a very, very close second, if not first. Micah Thomas has been absolutely tremendous. Here he is defending now, and you just want him to be able to keep this tally at 1 for the Jesters. Done very well again. But
here's Sinclair. Sends the ball towards the end line. Don't know who touched that last. We'll see. Let's see if they give that a corner. Looks like they did. As Preston going head-to-head with Nick Erb there on the far side.
Also, you've got to look at Jeremy Costa as well. I think he's done very, very well as well in goal. Made a few very good saves. But, you know, a very good team performance to come back for your first home game.
Here's Gomez with your Campione Law corner kick.
To come back and get 3 goals in your first home game in a couple of weeks. It's just brilliant. Harley.
Got some fighting going on down there, some battling, some physicality. Here's the high in swinger, but right to Costi. Jacksonville keeper knows what to do with it at that point. Falls on it. Section 904, feel the build up towards that final whistle as we get closer and closer. Of course, a beautiful night here in Jacksonville. Great to have everybody making it out to Southern Oaks Stadium. And for those who didn't, join us here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Everett Schweikert on the run. Far side. Here's OMJ, knocked away by Arita. Jair Arita has been putting in a lot of work. So for the Armada, next up, Miami Dutch Lions FC next Saturday here at home, 7 o'clock. Of course, we'll have your pre-match coverage at 6:30. I feel like if you're Jacksonville, who earns another Campione Law corner kick here, you have to be careful with it, right? You have to not treat that matchup like you did Global Soccer Pathways. Mm-hmm. You beat them handily in the first one. They won 4-0 on the road at Miami. And now they're coming here to Jacksonville looking to get some revenge. For the Armada, it's going to be extremely important to treat that just like they did tonight's matchup against the Jesters.
Yep, absolutely. And just make sure that you're well set up. And coming with, you know, not just a plan A or a plan B, you've also got to have a plan C.
What about a plan D?
I mean, three plans should really get you
Three's
through
enough?
a job.
You don't need
I mean, if you're coming back home and you're having to make 4 different variations of how you want to play against a team you just beaten 4-0. Great ball in the box.
Malberg again just swats it away there. Didn't seem as confident in that one as maybe some of his earlier punches. And here's Thomas just flicking it out of there. Says, I don't want anything to do with this. Get a throw in over there, would you?
Yeah. Let everyone get back.
Yep. You're up 3-1. Here's Pinto. He'll drop it back now. Closing in on the end of regulation in this NPSL matchup. We'll pass along the stoppage time when we know it as Costi comes out and grabs it. Another well-played ball there by Costi to come out and snag it. Jacksonville leading this thing in the 90th minute, 3-1. And it's not over till it's over. Got to mind your P's and Q's. Here's Hughes. He minds his P's and Q's, does Hughes? If he didn't, that'd be news. All right, we're getting delirious in here. We're getting delirious in here in the box.
It's hot, people.
It's hot. It's hot in Northeast Florida. We are warm and toasty. No substitutes in here in the broadcast booth, folks. We're getting really physical out there. By the way, I think the referee just wants to see this thing reach the end.
The heat's getting to everybody.
90 minutes gone by, waiting to find out your extra time here tonight. Schweikert will send this thing all the way down to the corner. Goes off of Arita. Armada happy to take a nice, slow throw in. Take your time. Let the clock roll. You hear Section 904 banging their drums.
Of course.
Jacksonville getting set to make its final substitution of the match. Coming in for the Fleet will be number 15, Matthew Skinner. He replaces Toby McCallum. So Skinner, the last of Jacksonville's outfield substitutes, replaces one of the goal scorers in Toby McCallum. The only one left on the bench for Jacksonville, Andy Dunn, the birthday boy.
He's going to have a good night.
And we're going to celebrate in the locker room a win. Here's OMJ back inside. The Armada just happy to let this clock roll. Oh, Micah Thomas sends a laser. That thing got maybe 6 inches off the ground. That worm burner was headed towards the back of the net, but Malberg makes another crucial save. Here's Schweikert. He'll take a shot from distance. Why not? Off the back netting. That looked like it was on mark, at least between the pipes, just a little high.
Love to have another
the way that bounced back.
And
looks like they're going to say a corner kick on this one. Must have deflected off a player. Which Jacksonville is A-okay with.
Taking the time as well to get over there, take the free corner kick as we are into the final moments.
There's another Campione Law corner kick. As you see, Danner, tonight's captain, along with Oliver Moeller-Jensen. See if they play this short and force a foul or knock it off of someone's foot. Yeah, I think everybody's about ready for this one to wrap up here. Here's Danner.
What a ball in.
He nearly had an Olympico in the first half. This one had to be knocked over the top by Malberg. It'll be another Campione Law corner kick for the Jacksonville Armada. I got to tell you, those are impressive. That's hard to do. Hard to do that one, that high in-swinger like that. Here's a shot from distance. This one, a little too much juice. It goes up and over as Nick Erb takes a rip from distance for the Armada. Extra time continues to roll on here with the Armada leading this one 3-1. We'll expect our head official to start peeking towards that watch here shortly. As this falls back to Skinner, the substitute, the last substitute for the Armada. Shanley and Danner, those back two, going the full 90 this evening. And Jeremy Costi. Of course, tonight's goal scorers for the Armada, Oliver Moeller-Jensen. That first half goal. Sebastian Zettel, unsuccessful on the penalty kick, but follows it up by slamming it into the back of the net right after. And then Toby McCallum able to convert a PK for the Jacksonville Armada in the 62nd minute, and that has set us at our current 3-1 score. Of course, New Orleans scored a penalty in the first half as well, with Sheldon Green scoring in the 13th minute. We find ourselves in stoppage time here in this NPSL matchup. Of course, the Jesters have to bounce back. They got another matchup in just 2 days. They got to go take on Tallahassee. Those short turnarounds they're tough now. You play 2 games in a 3-day stretch, and probably a lot of these same guys are going to get a lot of minutes in that one.
Absolutely. It takes a toll on your body.
No foul given there. There's the foul at the last moment. And there's your final whistle. This one is over. The Jacksonville Armada picking up a 3-1 victory over the New Orleans Jesters. A huge 3 points in the NPSL for the Jacksonville Armada. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with your full game highlights and wrap this thing up from Southern Oaks Stadium right here on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network as the Armada win it 3-1.
Guess who's back?
Get your tickets at JacksonvilleArmada.com.
This is Jacksonville University. It's not just a perfect place for sunny waterfront beauty shots. Although, here you choose the future you want. How? By defining it yourself. You customize your path and make it one of a kind. You want to build a future where you decide what impact you make? You want to create a life that's limited by nothing but your own ingenuity? You come to the right place.
People helping people is at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From 1954 to 2024, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. That commitment includes a partnership with the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team as the presenting sponsor of all Armada men's and women's broadcasts this summer. Action Sports Jacks and Alive Credit Union, a partnership that just makes sense when it comes to covering Northeast Florida. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of our first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
And welcome back to Southern Oak Stadium. Your Jacksonville Armada, a 3-1 victory tonight over the New Orleans Jesters. And they do it with 3 goals. Let's take a look at your highlights, and we get it started early. An opportunity for Oliver Moeller-Jensen, and he is going to want that one back. Jacksonville certainly had a bunch of good opportunities early. Here's another ball into the middle to Noah Kavif. He had a chance there. New Orleans had their chances too, but Jeremy Costi was up to the task quite often. Here was their first goal, as Sheldon Green made no mistake from the spot, but Jacksonville was able to score first in this one. And you saw it right there. So Jacksonville in the second half really taking advantage of some careless mistakes inside the box by New Orleans.
Yeah, it was just a little bit lackluster in the first half from the Jesters on the defensive end, but they were able to get a goal themselves. Lots and lots of opportunities created by both teams, but Jacksonville Armada just coming out with the cutting edge.
Here's
great
Zettel.
Save. Great save there from Malberg getting his hand to it.
Terrific save, and he's upset, but look, it fell right back to the player, and then Toby McCallum able to take care of business there on the second penalty kick. As you see your final stats from tonight's matchup, I mean, Jacksonville out shooting the Jesters 20-7. They were all over Ludwig Malberg from the get-go. A very physical matchup. You saw 13 fouls from the Jesters, 11 from Jacksonville.
High numbers there.
High numbers. 6 total yellow cards, including 2 for the visitors, as Joaquin Suarez was red carded. So really that last 30 minutes of it, I mean, they were playing a man down. They still had some opportunities.
Still had opportunities. Still were able to create. Kenny's got them well drilled.
Yeah. Once that red card happened, it was pretty much done. You give up the third goal, you go down by 2, and Jacksonville comes away with the win, 3-1. So a victorious night here in Northeast Florida. By the way, that guy in the white shirt, he's coming back to the roster pretty soon. Giancarlo Vaccaro.
Brilliant.
Get ready for him in the next couple weeks for the Jacksonville Armada. All right, we thank you guys so much for joining us this evening on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. The Armada picking up a 3-1 victory over the New Orleans Jesters. Hope you can join us again tomorrow afternoon, 2:30 for the Armada women taking on the West Florida Flames. For Jamal Johnson, I'm Stuart Weber. Thanks so much for watching tonight's Armada matchup.